Hi everyone, it's Maree Kinder here, founder of Being Seoul. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I'm coming at you with 5, maybe 6 of my favorites for the month of November. I literally feel like I just did my October favorites, so I just feel like this year is going by super quickly. But yes, here are items that I've either been introduced to, I've been trying out, testing, loving them, or products that I've loved before but then forgot about them and have been finding myself reaching more for during the month of November. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, and let's get stuck into it. So the first product I've got is from a brand called Astoreo, which sits under the Maree Pacific umbrella. This is increasingly a popular brand in Korea. It was kind of everywhere in Olive Young, and I'd only tried their Barrier, I think it's called, their range, which is like the blue and white cream before, which I absolutely loved, and also their mist. So I actually went into Olive Young and it was sold out everywhere, the barrier cream that I was looking for, but this had newly launched and it was on promotion everywhere. And I spoke to the lady and I basically said that since being pregnant, my skin has been super dry. Also, as a lot of you know, in the UK, it's been really cold and my skin gets really dry, especially with the heating on. So I was looking for a really good, nourishing barrier cream. So they recommended this one, which I was a little bit skeptical at first. This is the Astoreo Regiderm 365 Intensive Lifting Capsule Cream. And when I saw it, I was a little bit worried that the capsules contained retinol or retinol, just because it was like phrased as an anti-aging product. And I think, you know, Korean skincare, especially in Korea, are increasingly becoming interested in retinol. However, she guaranteed me, and I looked at the ingredients list, this one does not contain retinol, but it does include a lot of other anti-aging ingredients that help to improve elasticity in the skin, firm and tighten, and also just like keep your skin barrier intact and keep skin feeling nourished. So for example, bifidobferment, lysate, we know fermented ingredients are really good at reducing the appearance of fine lines and also improving elasticity and helping boost collagen. Also contains a vitamin C derivative and niacinamide to help improve skin tone. So as the name suggests, this does have really tiny micro capsules in it, which dissolve. So this includes their patented anti-aging, I guess, mix of ingredients, and as you can see, it just like leaves a lovely layer of moisture, but it doesn't feel sticky. I love using this in the evening. I love as well that on the package it says slow aging. I don't know if people have started seeing that being described. So instead of anti-aging, it's slow aging, or well aging, as I think Purito's called it. But this is specifically designed for more mature skin or aging skin, or those looking to improve or introduce well aging products into their routine, and also for those with sensitive skin, which is basically me, because I'm 36 and my skin is super sensitive during this pregnancy and it's extremely dry. So I was looking for something that was going to help retain moisture and also improve my skin barrier repair. So yes, been absolutely loving this one. I did get a promotion set when I was in Olive Young, so I've got 2 of these, but this one's nearly empty. I absolutely love it. My husband's been using it as well, but I highly recommend this one. The second skincare product I have is from Purito. This is their High Drop Sweet Gel Mask. I've been through tubes of this, but I find that I've been using it a lot more recently because, as I said previously, my skin has been so dry. So this one reminds me of a honey-like texture mask. We've seen them from quite a few different brands, but excuse me, this one is vegan friendly, which is a really good option if you are looking for vegan friendly skincare products. But also this one is really great for sensitive skin as well. It's not fragranced, but it does give that lovely nourishing glow after using a mask. So I do like using it after a clay mask or after I've exfoliated my skin. But as you can see, it says intensive moisture for dry skin, which is exactly what my skin is at the moment, and I imagine a lot of people are feeling that as we head into winter. So I have been really enjoying this one. This one also includes PHA, which is a very small acid. So you've probably heard of AHAs and BHAs, but PHA is even smaller. It's usually recommended for those with sensitive skin, but like AHAs and BHAs, offers a very mild exfoliation of the top layer of the skin to to help remove dead skin cells. So if you find BHA, for example, a bit too aggressive for your skin when exfoliating, then I would highly recommend either trying an AHA or a PHA, which offers an even milder exfoliation. So as I'm pregnant, I'm not really supposed to be using BHAs, so I like the fact that this one just helps leave my skin feeling a little bit more smooth, but then also not too dry. It's still maintaining that hydration level. So I've been using this maybe twice a week at the moment. I cleanse my face, leave it to dry or gently pat with a towel, and then I probably apply quite a thickish layer and leave on for about 10-12 minutes before rinsing off and following up with the rest of my skin routine. But this one also contains betaine and squalane as well, so super hydrating. I actually love the consistency of texture of it. Like I said, it reminds me of a honey mask, but it's better for sensitive skin and it doesn't have any fragrance. So if you are sensitive to any fragrance or scent and looking for that kind of syrupy, hydrating wash off mask texture, then I recommend checking this one out. So speaking of squalane, my skin has absolutely been loving the Squalane 107 sheet mask, but also the avocado cuddle sheet mask from 107. I'm not going to keep harping on about it, but my skin has just been so dry at the moment, and so I have been trying to sheet mask as much as possible, but realistically that's only been about twice a week. But over the last few months I've tried so many different sheet masks, and I still find these are some of my favorite ones. If you watch my kind of Korea vlogs or in-flight routine, I always carry the 107 ones because I find them to be the most hydrating. It really does give a hit of hydration boost to my skin. So yeah, I've been enjoying these ones a lot. Thankfully, I have a stash that I actually asked our warehouse team to send me a pack each because I was like, I'm running out of my favorite sheet masks. But I really like these ones. I find that they adhere to the skin nicely. It's everything you want in a sheet mask. No overpowering smell, doesn't sting, has that lovely cream essence texture like, which just gives me long lasting hydration, and I proper feel like my skin is having a treat after I've used these sheet masks. So the next two products I have are actually makeup related. So the first one is this Superproof Brush Liner Kill Black from Cleo. Now I used to use this religiously before, and then I just kind of stopped using eyeliner because I used to get eyelash extensions, and I found that actually that was all that I really needed. But because being pregnant, I haven't been able to get eyelash extensions. So when I was in Korea, I picked up the Cleo eyeliner because I remembered that it was the best long-lasting eyeliner, and I still stand by it. Like, it's still just the best brush liner. It is a little bit like not forgiving. You got to be quite confident with using the brush tip rather than a pencil, but it really just gives that nice like flick, and it literally does not budge. I mean, I'm in there with my cleansing oil in the evening, like probably trying to like dissolve it, and sometimes I even have to let it sit. They also came out with their own eye makeup remover to help tackle it. That's how good it is. But I find because I've got a mono lid, a lot of brush eyeliners used to smudge, but this one literally stays put. So I really like that one. And then the other makeup product I have is a primer from Laneige. This is their Skin Veil base. So I was actually recommended this to me by the lady who did my personalized color matching service in Korea. Because I suffer from quite a lot of redness in my skin, she recommended trying a green primer, which basically would help alleviate some of that redness and even out my complexion. So I tried quite a few of these kind of like green tinged primers when I was in Korea. I think I bought the, is it one from VDL? But it was so matte that whenever I used it, like, yeah, it did mask my redness, but I also just looked really pale and chalky, and I didn't really like it. I still like a primer that, yes, is going to keep makeup, and yes, is going to neutralize my base color, but that also is going to give me that dewier finish that I personally prefer. So I saw this one when I visited Maree Kinder, which was my previous vlog actually, and decided to get it. This also contains SPF 28. So this is a number 60 mint green. and I've really been liking this. It's a more watery consistency than a lot of the other base primers that I've tried, and I think for that reason that helps it be less chalky, less cakey as it sits under my BB cream. But love the texture of this one. I literally just use one pump and then just like spread it around the areas that need it the most, which tend to be my cheeks, and around here that's probably where I get my most redness. But it fits really well under makeup and really thin layer. It doesn't feel like I'm adding an additional layer like the VDL one did. So yes, I've been really liking this, and I really like that it's in the new Laneige packaging. It's just very sleek. They do say it pairs well with the Neo cushion, which I actually got tailor-made for me on a previous trip to Korea last year. But the problem with that cushion, it did have a matte finish, so I probably wouldn't pair it with that. I like using this under a more dewy foundation or a kind of glowy BB cushion. And then, you know, the drill with favorites, I usually like talking about something non-beauty related. Usually this is like a book or a TV program that I've been watching. So I have to admit, I have been watching the Squid Game challenge show, and I was a bit kind of reluctant to at first, and I was wondering how it would go because it's an American TV show, no offense. But I've actually been really enjoying it. It's so addictive. We completely binge watched it. It's kind of stayed true to the Squid Games and also introduced some other plot twists. So yeah, highly recommend watching that if you haven't already. However, I am most excited about Singles Inferno season 3, I believe, is coming out mid-December. So I'm very excited about that. I love Singles Inferno. It's like literally the reason why I want to stay in Paradise City. Is like, I feel like I'm on the program. But yes, very excited about that. And then I also wanted to do a shout out to a documentary called Twinsters. So this was made by two Korean adoptees who I've kind of later met via social media on Instagram, and they are Sam and Anais, and they were both Korean adoptees, but they were separated at birth. One was adopted into France and one was adopted into America, and basically somehow, you know, 20 odd years later reconnected via Facebook because Sam was an actress and Anis's friend, I think, had like watched or seen her in something and said, "You look identical to my friend." And it's all about how they kind of reconnected and their journey on that. So that documentary, I think, came out in, well, yeah, it came out in 2013. I remember at the time when it did come out, I was telling all my friends to watch it. It was one of the first documentaries or programs that I'd seen centered around Korean adoptees. And it also introduced me to IKAA, which is a adoptee conference that I then later attended in 2016. So 10 years fast forward, they've actually just released on their YouTube like a 10-year update, and Sam is pregnant. She's actually due with a baby girl, I think just before me. I'm due in February. I think she might be due in January. But yeah, it was just really nice to kind of see how their, I guess, you know, connection and lives have taken them since you discovered that you've got this twin that you've missed out on connecting with for however many years. But they also talked a lot about being a mother whilst being an adoptee and the kind of complex emotions that come around with that. I don't think I've thought so much about my adoption since becoming pregnant. And I think that's kind of natural, but it's also a lot of emotions and feelings to take in. And Sam expresses them really beautifully and touchingly with Anais in their 10-year update on YouTube. So if you haven't watched their original documentary called Twinsters, I would highly recommend checking that out. It's a real kind of feel-good / bittersweet documentary. But yeah, it's still a documentary that I hold close to my heart, and I always recommend not just adoptees, but all of my friends to watch it as well. So yeah, that's probably my non-beauty related favorites for the month of November. I'm sure I will have quite a few in December. and I will see you in the next video, which I believe might be a vlog from our recent trip in Jeju, which was amazing, so look forward to that. So yeah, I hope everyone is well, keep warm, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.